fact, it's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down now. It's Gray, and not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Willis. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Throw caught there by Willis. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some space here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week. Yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On second down, it's Brooks. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They'll look to throw here. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Third and long, he knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down for Cole Beasley, who's been in the league since 2012, but has really done his best work over the last 3 seasons. Top 100 targets in each of those years, even flirted with 1,000 yards in 2020 when he was named second team All-Pro. When he's on the field, he's that safety valve that quarterbacks love when they get into trouble.
It's solid, instinctive running there, spinning forward and getting a full 7 yards. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1. They're going to look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 1st down, it's Gray. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away to his left. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet
Season 3 2022 Week 3 games and highlights will be coming up next on the Inspiration Experience 1970 anniversary.
Across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The NCAA College Football Season 3 2022 Week 3 matchup is now live streaming on the Inspiration Experience 1970 anniversary.
He's brought down up near midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
He'll throw over the middle, taken in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. A good pickup there at 22.
Week 3-6 Oklahoma Sooners 2-0 Nebraska Cornhuskers 1-2.
For them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And 3rd and 8 now. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down trots out the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
That's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Able to find Willis. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Able to find Gray here. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart
his own defense. College football season 3-2022 Week 3 matchups games of the week will be coming up next.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes a catch. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is.
Week
heading
3
into the
1
locker
Georgia
room.
Bulldogs 2-0 South Carolina Gamecocks 1-0.
Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time
Week
for a
3
momentum change.
Youngstown Penguins 2-0 Kentucky Wildcats 2-0.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run on first down. It's Brooks, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete. It's Willis. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Now Brown. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And oh, he coughed it up. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. LaMarcus Joyner, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there. Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had that 1st half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nelson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw, and that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Brooks. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He's going to keep this again. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, They want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And caught by Thomas for a Charger touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. On first down, it's Brooks. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second and 5. It's caught right side by Daniels. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
Okay, ready? Two, come on, work. We want it. Let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 4th down, here's the option.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Jackson with a catch.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to...
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well.
Skipping some comments.
Enjoy to be up here in the booth
The
next to you, my
NCAA
friend.
college football season 3-2022 week 3 games and highlights will be coming up next on the Inspiration Experience 1970 anniversary. The NCAA college football season 3-2022 week 3 matchup is now live streaming on the Inspiration Experience 1970 anniversary. Week 3 6 Oklahoma Sooners 2-0 Nebraska Cornhuskers 1-2. The NCAA college football season 3-2022 week 3 matchups games of the week will be coming up next. Week 3 1 Georgia Bulldogs 2-0 South Carolina Gamecocks 1-0. Week 3 Youngstown Penguins 2-0 9 Kentucky Wildcats 2-0.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.